good for me to have to be somewhere. Today is a little bit overcast. Still pretty gorgeous right here. Having lunch right now at work. I feel like the last time when I was here just for a few weeks, I didn't really like the program. I liked the company, I thought it was good, but the program that I was in wasn't for me, plus just the timing. But now I really feel confident when I go get some lunch. It's hard when you're super hungry. I want to make like a good, healthy decision. I'm gonna go get some Tupperware that I can use and to put all the food in, because we had a bunch at my family's place. I even gave them some, but then they got rid of it because I want to be able to have like the little lunches. These are the ribs bought the other day. Have they been smoked?
Yes, they've been smoked.
Smoked already? For how long?
3 hours.
And now we're gonna grill them a bit. They're already cooked. We're just gonna get a little char on them, and then that'll be good. Right there.
What?
Wow,
are you kidding me? What the heck? I thought he was gonna win. Adam's angry.
Yeah, he's a little bit surprised. He's just, well, he doesn't want the Cowboys.
The Cowboys gonna win at this point. I think the Cowboys better than Matt.
Watched The Voice end, and we had some ribs. I'll talk to you about what went through my mind tonight. What if... That's not necessarily a good thing to start off. What if? What if, though, all of a sudden, you make a choice and you stay with that choice? How would our lives be? And imagine if you had the self-determination, the willpower, to make a choice that you know is right, that you've wanted to do for a long time, and you stick with it the rest of your life. I know that it's empowering. Okay? I know that. Now, how do I know that? Through my own life and experience. There's a few things in my life that I've done that I just have stuck to forever. When I was 18, I went to Texas to sell alarm systems for a company called Apex. And I went with some of my friends, loved it. We all went to Texas, had some great memories there. It wasn't the greatest work experience. We'd be out in 110, 115 degree weather when it was humid. We weren't used to that. And we'd have to knock doors for 10 hours a day. I didn't know anything really about health at that point. And I had a very negative self-image, but I was somewhat confident enough in going out and selling things. I loved Mountain Dew. It was my favorite thing. And I had it all the time. When I got out there to Texas, it was super tiring. We were out for a long time and we weren't taking care of ourselves. We were having a fun time being away from home for the first time in our life. One of the guys was like, here, try this energy drink. It was, I think, a Monster. And didn't taste the best, but it gave you some energy. It had tons of caffeine and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go knock every door and make all the money. 2 hours later, ultra crash, right? Sugar out of my body. Caffeine's been processed, and I crash again. And I was like, man, I need to go get some more water. I need to go lay down. But then I had a Red Bull, and then I had Bukus, and I had Monster Chaoses. And anyways, after a month, maybe a month and a half of this, I was addicted to caffeine. Like, I couldn't really wake up in the morning. I couldn't keep going without it. I had a ton of it. And so one day, woke up, had some muffins. At that time, I thought muffins were healthy for breakfast. I think from what I can remember this one little like dollar store, and all they had was Red Bull. So I got 2 Red Bull. I drank one right there. Then an hour later, drank another Red Bull. Then I met up with my friends, and I got a Monster Chaos, and a Mountain Dew, and a water, a power bar also. Then we went back out. And then I came back in, got another Monster Chaos. I had like 3, 4, 5, 6 energy drinks, a Mountain Dew or 2, some water, a power bar, and some Starbursts. And at the end of the day, I remember getting into the car to go back to our apartment, and my heart like did something weird. And I was like, it was rushed to the head, and I was like feeling weird. And I don't know, maybe at the time it was like a little minor heart attack or what, I'm not sure. From that point on, I realized I have a problem. Maybe that week, it wasn't that day, but that week, the funny thing is I went home and I had a Tostino's pizza and a Yoo-hoo, which is like a chocolate drink. That was what I had for that day. Horrible in calories, just really bad overall. I realized I was addicted. That Sunday, I just was like, nope, I'm not having any more of this. And I decided not to have any carbonation until I got home from the trip. And we went home early, and then I continued it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to have any on my LDS mission. And then I didn't have any during my mission. Now it's been maybe 8 years, and I haven't had any carbonation for 8 years. I just said I'm going to stick away from all carbonation, because if I have any soda, it's going to tempt me to have that. And it's super powerful for me, and I'm sure I would have gained even more weight if I was drinking those things. One decision, one day, and I've stuck with it for 8 years. And I want to do that with a bunch of other things. Imagine if we could just do that with everything that was wrong with ourselves or our lives. Now, that would be too perfect, but maybe there's one or two things that I can do that with, that I'm just like, I'm done. I'm not going to do this for this amount, or maybe for the rest of my life. Psychologically, I think that's hard, because our mind is like, what? I can never have this thing again? I'm going to go get it right now. It might not be tomorrow, but this week, I'm building up the power to make some of those decisions. If you don't think that's possible, or there's another way that's better, maybe some links to some articles, or just your own thoughts on the matter, please comment down below. I'd love to hear it. So if you get to this point in the video, please leave even the smallest comment, just what your thoughts are on all that I just said. But I do love you guys. Thanks so much. You are going to become super. Sorry for my lack of progress, but it's coming. You might not see it in my mind, but I am getting better and I'm getting stronger.